I spent about 3 or so years now trying to optimize my way out of my misery. I tried waking up super early at 4 a.m. I tried the ice cold showers in the morning. I tracked my macros, my sleep schedules, even my dopamine levels as if my life depended on it, because truth is, it did. And, I just maybe thought, okay, if I perfected my habits, I finally find peace. But the truth is, at the end of every perfect day, I'm still waking up at 3 a.m. with a knot of anxiety in my stomach that no breathing exercise could touch. And I think that's what I want to talk about in today's video. I want to try my best to show you, that every self help I tried, eventually just collapsed. And the one verse I found in the Bible, that did what 1,000 cold showers couldn't. And I also want to be clear, this video isn't about religion or anything. This video is more about the neuroscience of the soul. You see, I think we live in a culture now of more. If you're anxious, you need more mindfulness. If you're tired, you need more optimizations. And I fell for it. If I was a student of the, gurus, I thought, okay, my relationship with God was failing because my discipline was failing. I thought, okay, I could outwork my spiritual dryness. I was trying to use secular tools to fix my supernatural problem. And for a while, it did work, but the habit loop, the habit loop gave, me a temporary high, if that makes sense. And I felt in control, but control is like the ultimate drug, isn't it? But here is what the gurus don't tell you. They don't tell you that, you can't hack a heart that's hollow, right? And I think I was building a beautiful temple with no presence inside of it. So let's look at the first deep unlock. In neuroscience, there's a concept called the hedonic treadmill. And it's the idea that no matter how much success or good habits you stack, your brain eventually resets to a baseline. I was on that treadmill, I was, self-helping my way into a deeper depression because I was, the one at the center of the equation. Self-help requires a self that is strong enough to carry the load. But I was exhausted. And my friend, my question to you is, are you exhausted today from trying to be your own savior? So then one night I was done. I had failed my habits. I have failed at my business. I was sitting in the dark, and then I opened the Bible, and that's when I found Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. I read that verse about 1,000 times, but at night, it just hits different, Jesus wasn't talking for my 4 a.m. routine. He wasn't talking for my, productive score, let's say. He was talking, or rather, he was asking for my burden. Self-help says, carry more better, but Jesus says, give it to me and stop. And that kind of leads me to my second deep unlock, which is let's call it the science of submission. When you labor in your flesh, your cortisol is like constantly spiked, right? And your brain is like in like some survival mode. But when you truly, come to him, Jesus, your nervous systems actually shifts. There is like a psychological phase that occurs when you stop trying to be God. So what does that mean? Should I stop waking up early? No, not necessarily. But the reason changed. I don't wake up, to win the day anymore. No, I now wake up early to sit with the Father. Think like this: if you want success, you have to stop chasing the success and start chasing the source. Now I wake up early and my first 2 hours belong to Him. Not because I'm disciplined. As a matter of fact, I am very non-disciplined, but rather because I'm desperate for His presence. Here's your challenge for the next 7 days, and I promise you will see a shift. Replace your first self-help habit with 15 minutes of silence in this verse. And don't pray for things, just come to Him. If you're watching this video and if it maybe spoke to you and you're tired of the hustle, and if your soul feels dry even though your life looks optimized, He's waiting for you, my friend, Jesus Christ. Thank you so much for watching this quick message. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, let me know in the comment section below, maybe with the catchphrase reset. Or if you want to continue the conversation, I love to do so, my friend. Prayer requests, I love to pray for you. Or if there's any topics you would love for me to talk about, I also encourage you to let me know in the comments section as well below. If you enjoyed this video, maybe give this video a check, as it's the next best recommendation on this channel from YouTube.